Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cover to Credits. Today's episode, we will be covering the top 5 most anticipated games of 2015. But first, we're going to cover some of our honorable mentions. The first one will be MLB The Show 15. Now, this game is a beautifully visualized game. I play a lot of sports sim games, so whether it's hockey or football, I enjoy a lot of these games. And MLB The Show is definitely at the top of its game, and right now, the only licensed MLB game on the market, which means this is a PlayStation exclusive. The next honorable mention will be Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, you may think, Grand Theft Auto 5, this has already been out. Well, yes, for everything except PC. Now, you're talking, the modding community will make this game insane. And this week, in fact, Heist has finally come out, and they've been promising that since the game launched. And that's on all platforms, so it's just now coming to the level that people were hoping when the game launched. Now we're going to move on to our number 5 of the list, Star Wars Battlefront. Now, this is a game that I've been looking forward to for a while. Right now, they have it listed at a fourth quarter of 2015 release date, so it's still vague. It'll probably be holiday season. It's launching on all of the consoles, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Probably also the last gen as well. This is, Star Wars has got a lot of hype this year with the new movie coming out in December, and a lot of the Star Wars games in the past have been very good. So this has got a little bit to live up to, and hopefully it will meet the hype. We will move on to our number 4 on the list, which is Halo 5 Guardians. Now, I was a big Xbox guy when I was a little younger and never really had a PlayStation after a PS1. Got the original Xbox and kind of moved on from there, so I was always a big Halo fan. I've enjoyed the stories up till now, whether it was Reach or even ODST had an interesting story, and those were kind of the off the beaten path ones. Going back to see what Master Chief is up to is always a fun time, and hopefully this game will be just as good as its predecessors. This is a Xbox One, and I think it'll be 360 exclusive. Number 3 on our list is Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is the sequel to the rebooted Tomb Raider a few years ago. This is a interesting series. I enjoyed the first game very, very much, and I'm hoping this will not disappoint and just continue going strong and roll through. The game was very interesting, whether it was the rather gruesome death animations that people got a kick out of, or the fairly good action. I thought it was a good game, whether you enjoy the shooting or the platforming or whatever you like. I thought it lived up to the hype. This one hopefully will meet, if not surpass, what the first one has left us with. I believe there is a contract right now with Sony stating that this is a Xbox exclusive. It may only be for a certain amount of time, I think. But I think at launch, which is stated to be Q4 of this year, this is an Xbox One and Xbox 360 exclusive. We are going to move on to our number 2 most anticipated game, Mortal Kombat X, or Mortal Kombat 10, however you want to say it. This game looks to be a pinnacle for the Mortal Kombat brand. It is slated to release on April 14th, and it is slated to release on everything, PlayStation 3 and 4, Xbox 360 and 1, PC, and there is an Android and a iOS version that launches with this game. I'm not sure what kind of compatibility it has, but it's there. They've done a lot to revamp what all the characters are looking like. They're adding some new, they're bringing back some old. In fact, today, on Friday the 13th, they announced that Jason Voorhees is going to be one of the special characters that's playable, which by itself is kind of a cool thing. They've still got the fatalities. They've went back to the gruesome factors there. They've added some things called brutalities that I've seen a few of that are kind of, or they're cool to watch. You know how all those little cutscenes are. But we will see as this game gets a little bit closer. It's about a month away, and we'll see what comes up and what other special characters they bring in. I think I read there was a rumor of possibly a Spawn playable character, and we'll see what from the past or what hype there is for some of these other characters. And now we're going to move to our number one most anticipated game of 2015, Batman Arkham Knight. Now, Batman is slated to release on June 2nd on the PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, so all next-gen consoles. It is the finale of the Rocksteady Batman series. I would recommend that you play all of these games. They have never failed, if you're a Batman fan, as I am, to keep me entertained and attentive during the stories, because the stories themselves are very, very good. The writing in these games are done very, very well. This one has added a new character, the Arkham Knight. They are showing that the kind of the head baddie, I think, in this one is the Scarecrow. No spoilers as to why it's not the Joker. I won't get into that. Then they've added some cool things with this game, whether it's some new gadgets. The Batmobile is drivable now. The Batmobile looks cool too. It's a mix kind of between the Tumbler and some other old school Batmobiles. Then they've revamped all the way the villains look, and the city itself just looks amazing. Gotham City. Rocksteady does a very, very good job when it comes to making it look dark and dingy and grungy, and yet you know that you recognize the city. You see specific landmarks, or you see names of buildings or clubs or things like that that you recognize, and they do a very, very good job at bringing fans in and making them feel comfortable in the city that they've seen in the comics or in the movies. This game is definitely my most anticipated. I've enjoyed all of the Batman games, and I'm hoping that this one does not disappoint. It does not look like it will. There is currently a comic book that is giving a backstory to the game, so it's giving you the information that's coming up to the June 2nd release. Hopefully it will. From what I've seen, the art, it looks good. It looks like a cool comic book. I know Injustice did the same idea. They had a comic that went along with the video game and kind of led you in knowing what's going on up until that point. So this game looks awesome to myself. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Arkham Knight plays out, the character. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the new gadgets and driving the Batmobile around Gotham City. I think this is going to be a good game. So that is our list, folks. And tell us what you think. What games you're looking forward to. If you agree with our list, if you disagree with our list, by all means, let us know. We're always interested to see what you guys have to say. Whether it's you have some of the games you're looking forward to, or you think we're foolish for looking forward to some of these games. Let us know in the comments below. If you think anybody else would be interested in our list, don't hesitate to share. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for staying until after the credits.